Hello everybody, this is Mommy with Flowers by the Bunch. So I have an order for an arrangement. Victoria, what's the name of this arrangement?
A Little Sunshine.
A Little Sunshine. It's on our website. So I thought I would make it for you today. So A Little Sunshine is all yellow and green flowers, which really makes me happy. It's one of my favorite to make just because yellow is my favorite. I'm going to start out with a white hydrangea, and I'm going to pull off all of the foliage that's on the hydrangea, okay? Now the reason I do that is the hydrangea is easier to keep hydrated if you remove the foliage, because all the water is going to go directly to the head of the flower. So I'm setting that hydrangea just right on top of that vase. It's just sitting right on the lip of the vase. Next, I'm going to come in with a little yellow solidago, and I'm going to take it and I am going to pop it with my fingernail, and I'm just going to tuck some of this yellow filler flower right down into this vase. Now when I popped it, I left a few of the little flowers on this piece, so I thought I would just use the two pieces. I've got another one, and I'm going to pop it in half just like that one. So you actually get more for your money when you get two pieces, right? So I'm just nestling, if that's a word, the filler flower right down into that hydrangea. And this piece of solidago has some long pieces, so I'm actually just using those pieces in individual placements. Okay, so I have my filler flower in place. Next, I'm going to come in with some pretty yellow spray roses. So look how pretty these are. Now, a spray rose is a rose variety that has several tiny little roses on one stem. And so I just took that and cut it at an angle, and I'm just tucking those yellow spray roses right into place. Now I like when their stems are a little longer because you get more stems, more insertions into your arrangement. So I've got one here that I'm going to cut off, and one there that's long enough, and then one here that's long enough. So then I get 3 extra little blooms when their stems are long enough. So that's always nice. So I'm just going to take it, I cut that stem, and I'm just tucking that right into that little arrangement. And then this is a sweet little bud, just a tiny little bud, just tucking that in. Okay, next I'm going to come in with standard roses. Now a standard rose is a single-headed or a single bloom rose. And what I'm doing here is I'm removing any of the outer petals that don't look pretty. Actually, this one's got some bumps and bruises, so I just remove any bumps or bruises. I'm going to cut it short at an angle and just tuck it right into that arrangement. And it's not hurting this flower at all to remove any of the petals that have bumps or bruises. It's okay. Go ahead and remove those. And so I'm kind of just taking these flowers and gathering them with like flowers. So you saw where I kind of gathered my little spray roses over here, and then I'm gathering my standard roses kind of over here. Okay, I also have this really pretty green trick dianthus. Now dianthus is in the carnation family. Green trick is in the carnation family, and it is a happy little Dr. Seuss tree is what it reminds me of. It's kind of a hairy little flower. It's so fun to use, and it's such a pretty lime green color. So I'm just tucking those deep, and this one kind of broke. I'm just going to cut it, and I'm going to tuck it deep on this side. So see those fun little Dr. Seuss trees, that green trick dianthus is so fun to work with. It's just so different. Okay, so here's the fun flower, and it kind of reminds you of a starburst, doesn't it? It's called Pincushion protea. I love that orange and yellow. It is so much fun. We don't get them very often, but when we do, we love them. So I'm going to tuck that Pincushion protea right down into that arrangement. Look at that little sunburst of color. I'm going to put another on this side. Oh, that makes me so happy. Okay, the arrangement also calls for some daisies. So these are what we call standard yellow daisies. A standard daisy is what everybody would think of as a daisy, okay? And so it's just a sweet little yellow daisy. So I'm going to take it and just tuck. So the nice part about this daisy is you see it has, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 blooms and a little bud. So you get a lot of bang for your buck. Daisies are inexpensive and they're long lasting. So we really like to have them because it's a good filler and it lasts a long time. So it'll be one of those flowers that's going to last and stay pretty in your arrangement for a good while. And daisies are just happy flowers, aren't they? I always think of a daisy as a happy flower. All right. And then lastly, we're going to tuck a few button daisies. Now a button daisy is also in the chrysanthemum family. Daisies, standard daisies, button daisies, large mums, they're all in the chrysanthemum family. They're all long lasting, but a button daisy looks just like a button that would be on your shirt. Okay, and so it's just a fun, they come in lots of colors. They come in colors like the standard daisy does. They come in yellows, lavenders, greens. I like a button just because he's different. He's not the same as everybody else. He's kind of fun and different. He's long lasting and he's inexpensive. And so he's got all the things going for him. And he's just so cute. He's just a happy little flower. Okay. So I've got my flowers in place. Next, what I'm going to do is come in with a little bit of greenery. So I have this pretty Hydrangea. It's just a little tropical foliage, and I thought that would be fun to tuck in. So I'm just going to take this little Hydrangea leaf, and I'm just tucking it right here at the base of this hydrangea. Just tuck that happy little flower in. I'm real happy today, can you tell? That's all I've talked about on this video is being happy. The flowers just do that to me. They just make me happy. All right, so there's our little Hydrangea leaves to give us some fun and interest to our arrangement. Lastly, we're gonna add just a touch of ribbon. This arrangement on our website has some lemon ribbon, and I don't think I brought it with me. I did, it's right here. It had this pretty little lemon ribbon. It's only gonna require just a couple of little loops of ribbon. I think I'm going to do 3 loops. And so I always start out with the pretty side of the ribbon facing me. I hold the ribbon between my thumb and my forefinger and I make a loop, and then I twist. I make another loop, catch it with those same fingers, twist, and make another loop. So that's a 3-looped bow. Grab a pair of scissors. So there's my bow. I take a little piece of florist wire. I always cut my florist wire in half, and you get 2 pieces for the price of 1. Honestly, most of the time if you use a whole piece, you're always going to cut it off and throw it away. So we find here at our flower shop that we only need a half of a piece to make it work for our flowers. Now, to save a little bit of money, instead of spending the 5 cents on a wood pick, if you have the stem that you cut off, you can use it as the stick to hold your ribbon. So I'm just taking that stem and I'm using that wire and wrapping it around and around that stem. I'm cutting that stem to the length that I need it, and then I'm tucking that bow right down into my arrangement. And you fluff it. Now, I will tell you, bows are not always necessary. If you don't want to add a bow, you do not have to. But look how fun that lemon ribbon is on this arrangement. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I would love for you to subscribe to our channel. There is a little bell down below. If you'll click that, you'll get our notifications. And guys, we will see you real soon. Thank you so much.